Hello and welcome to Video Revealed. I'm Colin Smith. Let's look at quick search in Adobe Bridge. All right, I had a few questions about searching in Adobe Bridge. Now, of course, on the Mac, you can use Spotlight or you can use Cortana or whatever searching you want on Windows. But I like to use Bridge for working with images, especially because you can't always see, like Photoshop files, you can't see a preview of what it is. And there's lots of other things where you can't see. So we can search in Bridge. There are three ways to search. By default, you're going to use the search engine that's built into Adobe Bridge. It's not using the operating system. Or you can change to the operating system, so it is using Spotlight on the Mac or Windows search engine. And you have the option, the third option is to use those and to look inside subfolders, so it keeps searching all the way around. And the last thing I'll show you, which is a huge benefit for me when I'm trying to find things, is being able to save your search as a quick collection, like a smart search, so that you can come back to it later on. It's like smart playlists, so that whatever you have something tagged as rock, then whenever you go back to that playlist, if you've added new songs with that tag, you'll see them. Let's have a look. Okay, so the first thing to understand is that here's our search engine. Here's our search capability here. And here's where we can pick what we're searching. By the way, you can also search all the way to Adobe Stock directly here. The results will be opened in a browser. The Adobe Bridge engine searches file names and keywords. Operating system engines look for file names, folder names, and image keywords. And just to show you that you can have quite a long list of keywords and you can add them. It's completely customizable. Those keywords can be added to anything, images, video, graphics, logos, and then you can search for those later on. And that rich metadata information is searchable in every Adobe application, especially something like Premiere Pro. Okay, so if we're going to search for this current folder here, and I'm just searching for a whole bunch of desktop wallpaper, and I'm going to search for beach, and it finds everything with beach in the name or beach as a keyword, and you can see a bunch of keywords down here. So it's finding each one of those. And you can cancel this or add a new search. This is the regular find command. Up here in the top right is the quick search command. So not really much of a difference. Let's go search for that that's using the search engine. And again, we'll go back out to where we were. And let's search for desktop search computer. And now you're going to see it's finding way more things that I have, including a Beach Boys album poster frame. So once we told it to do the desktop search, then this is like a global searching everywhere. In the edit menu, find, which is Control F on Windows, Command F on Mac, it does bring up a more detailed find command. For instance, you can choose where you're finding, and you can browse to any location on your computer. And then there's a criteria. How are you finding things? You can base it on the file name, date, created, size, bit depth, color, copyright notice, document title, lots of other great things down here. And you have a choice of whether it contains that, does not contain that, starts with, ends with, equals, does not equal. So these are typical Boolean search operations. So if you're trying to find something that, if you're trying to find something and too many things are showing up with something you don't want, you can add that to the list. So don't show me X, and then it won't show up. And then you get to search. So here it's file name contains, and I'll show you why I have this here. You're not limited to one. You can add more criteria down here, as many as you want. I don't know if there's a limit, but you could have a document type equals or does not equal or does not exist, and then what that document type is. So you can search for a specific thing that is or is not that. Match if any criteria are met, or match if all criteria are met. So that's going to limit absolutely everything. Is this, but not this, is this format and not that format to find this. Wow. And you can tell it to include all subfolders and choose non-indexed files. So all searching, it doesn't matter if it's Mac or Windows, Spotlight in the background and Windows search will all be indexing things. And to try to keep the performance of that better, the operating systems try to keep stuff that you would never search for, like a bunch of deep system files, which it makes no sense to search those because they're not usable. So those things are not typically indexed. But here you can click on that button and Bridge is going to search everywhere. Okay, so once I click find, it would find those. Once it finds something, you can save a smart collection. So if we go back to this beach selection, so I'll go back to searching in Bridge. What I can do is I can save that as a new collection, or I can save that as a new smart collection. So looking in desktop pics for a file named beach that contains beach. Oh, I got that twice. If any criteria are met. So I could save that as I've done here. Now when I click on this smart search, this is looking for anything that says that's called CC download libraries. And the reason I like this is because I use libraries and I've got a tutorial on libraries. And when I first started doing this, there was no way to set the location of library downloads. So as a result, there are 14 different folders throughout my computer where, depending on what project I was working on and what assets I was working on, I have 14 separate locations for these folders. I need to go in here and clear it up, but I just did a global search. Find me anything that was a folder, CC downloads, library downloads. And now when I open it up, I can see the things that are in there that I used for that particular tutorial. It's an easy way for me to find those things and to organize them. So I could select them and now move them to a completely different folder. So remember, this is a smart collection. So if I accidentally download more, because all those folders were created automatically by whatever application I was using, if another one was created, it would find it for me. One last thing I want to show you that is an update in Bridge, and that's the transparency settings that you can see now for things like vectors and graphics. So you can see on my VideoRevealed logo, this one has a white background and this one doesn't. And before you couldn't see those things very easily. You can now also look for Adobe Dimension files and see the preview in the preview window. All right, so that was a question that I got from a few people. Show me searching in Adobe Bridge. The big thing was that, how am I searching? The Bridge engine, the OS, and the OS from the desktop level. Great ways for you to look through your system and find the stuff and get really good high quality previews so you don't have to open a file just to find out it's the wrong one. Hey, if you're new to VideoRevealed and you found this informative, please take a moment and subscribe. You want to support us some more? We've got amazing PayPal donors that we love, and they support us with their monthly or one-time donations. There's a link in the description and one on the front of the channel. Until next time, I'm Colin Smith, and it's my job to keep you informed of all the tools you have in your creative cloud.